Did you know? This is the first Android smartphone in the world. The HTC Dream, also known as the T-Mobile G1 in the United States and parts of Europe. It is a smartphone developed by HTC, released in September 2008. The Dream was the first commercially released device to use the Linux-based Android operating system, which was purchased and further developed by Google. HTC Dream had a horizontal slide-out touchscreen that hid a full keyboard underneath. It had 192 MB of RAM and 256 MB of internal memory. Currently it is running on Android 1.6 Donut. The smartphone came with a 1150 mAh battery. So in this video, I'm gonna show you a list of 21 of the weirdest Android smartphones of all time. So let's get started. The Cat S60 is thick and hefty with an unapologetically industrial design. In addition to being a tough SOB that can endure 6-foot drops in the most waterproof phone made to date, it also has one thing no other phone possesses, a built-in thermal imaging camera. A thermal imaging camera gives you superpowers. It allows you to visualize the temperature of objects, like an animal in the dark or frozen pipes. The built-in Flea thermal imaging camera is located on the back of the phone, above the 13-megapixel rear camera, and next to the micro SD card and SIM slots. If you have to ask why anyone would need a durable waterproof phone with a thermal imaging camera, the Cat S60 probably isn't for you. Those of you whose ears perk up at the mention of the phone's features should definitely stick around. However, the phone is available for pre-order in the US. It will sell for $599 unlocked, and work with GSM networks, like T-Mobile and AT&T. Yotta Phone 2. It looks like any other Android smartphone from the front, but flip it over, and you're greeted with a second all-touch display, only it's an e-ink screen similar to those found on e-readers. It's simple, yet I'm oddly drawn to the clean, fuss-free design. With Gorilla Glass 3 front and back, it feels supremely solid, and the plastic frame which runs round the circumference has a textured rubberized feel, providing a welcome level of grip point. There's no logo or navigation keys below the screen, and its rounded design reminds me of a cross between the Samsung Galaxy S3 and Galaxy Nexus. Jelly, a smallest 4G smartphone. Created by Unihertz. It is a mini-sized phone with full features of Android 7.0 Nougat, and also the first of its kind supporting the ultra-fast 4G network. Jelly may look cute, but it packs a punch. A 2.45-inch display, and it uses a quad-core of 1.1 GHz processor, up to 1GB RAM and 8GB ROM, with dual Nano SIM plus 1 memory card slots. It is the ultimate answer to any situation where using a heavy expensive primary phone is inconvenient. The wildest phone of late 2020, the LG Wing, has a unique swiveling screen that brings a breath of fresh, creative air to the stale world of rectangular smartphones. Its T-shaped two-screen layout makes it the ultimate phone for multitaskers who like to take notes while in Zoom meetings or access both music and maps while driving. It also has a gimbal video mode that simulates a Steadicam attachment. I wish this innovative device were a slam dunk, but the phone is extremely heavy and underpowered for the price. The promise of using two screens at once also falls a little flat when you realize that third-party apps likely won't take advantage of the new design. The Samsung Galaxy S4 Zoom is an unusual beast. In some ways it seems like a great idea. Smartphone cameras have always paled in comparison to their compact counterparts, so why not stick a compact quality snapper on a phone, rather than forcing photo fans to lug both around? Of course, on the other hand, sticking a massive lens on the back of a smartphone isn't the most ergonomic of design decisions. Likewise, that camera isn't a high-end compact. It certainly can't compete with something like the Fuji X20, for example, but because the Samsung Galaxy S4 Zoom is both a phone and a camera, it commands a premium price tag of roughly around $660. The Jupiter Io3 is reportedly the world's first smokable smartphone with a vape or 3G smartphone that costs $299. It runs on Android KitKat 4.4 operating system. The smartphone has two batteries, one to power the phone and one to power the vape. The battery life is shared, so if you do not vape much, you will get a longer battery life. Energizer P18K Pop, the smartphone with the most powerful battery on the market. In standby mode, the 18,000 mAh battery lasts up to 50 days. And when a full charge is necessary, users can recharge their device quickly thanks to the fast charge function. The Energizer smartphone is among the first to feature 5 cameras, of which 2 are front-facing and a pop-up housing 3 rear cameras, which together produce incredibly bright shots with stunning depth of field for a professional finish. It offers 6GB of RAM and 128GB of ROM. And it has a MediaTek Helio P70 chipset. It is easier and lighter to carry around than a regular power bank and a smartphone. Kyocera launches Digno Rafa, world's first hand soap washable smartphone. Features soap and hot water resistance, newly enabling use while taking a bath. And the world's first smartphone with resistance against foaming hand soap. in addition to resistance against shock, water, and dust. Digno Rapha features hot water resistance that enables use while washing hands or taking a bath. Samsung Z Flip. It is the Samsung's first foldable smartphone. It is centered around the folding displays and flexible OLED panels. It comes with what Samsung calls ultra-thin glass, designed to add protection to the surface. The Z Flip has a small 1.1-inch notification and status display. The Samsung also launches another phone called Samsung Galaxy Fold. There's a lot that's common in the look of the Z Flip and the Fold, but they are fundamentally different in format. The Z Flip, as the name suggests, opens like a clamshell flip phone with the hinge on the horizontal. The Galaxy Fold opens like a book, with the hinge running vertically. The hinge design is very similar, but there's a big difference in size, naturally. Simply put, the Z Flip is like a normal phone that folds in half. The Galaxy Fold is like a small tablet that folds in half in the other direction. Oppo Find X3 Pro. It doesn't reinvent the wheel in design, a metal and glass sandwich with a full screen front, but the back glass is molded to encase the camera lump on the back, which is unusual. The main part of this phone is the microscopic macro camera. Yeah, the macro camera is surprisingly fun, allowing you to take pictures of details such as the individual fibers of a fabric that you can't see with the naked eye. You have to place the phone practically resting on top of your subject, but with a bit of patience, you can produce some interesting almost microscopic images. Chinese manufacturer Meizu has launched its dual-screen display device, Meizu Pro 7. The smartphone comes with a secondary display on the rear side of the device. The 2-inch Super AMOLED secondary display can be used to check notifications, weather updates, and will also help in taking selfies from the rear camera on the device. The Meizu Pro 7 features a 5.2-inch. It has the Super AMOLED display and is powered by a MediaTek Helio P25 chipset. The secondary display on the device is placed on the left side, just below the dual camera setup. Fingerprint sensor lies on the bottom of the front part of the display. Nubia Z20. The another phone with a screen on the back, but we'll refer to the back front as a side without the camera array on it. This side has a screen taking up the majority of the space, although there's a bit more bezel around the sides than on a more premium device. This display is also curved, lending a high-end feel to the phone. On the back there's a smaller screen, housed under a horizontal camera bump. The idea was to get rid of the pop-up or front cameras, by letting you flip your phone around to the back screen, when you need to take a selfie. This is such a huge change from how we normally use phones. There's a side-mounted fingerprint sensor on both sides of the device. ZTE Axon 20. It takes the prize as the first ever smartphone to bring an under-display camera to the market. It features a bezel-less uninterrupted display with an integrated selfie camera and a built-in fingerprint reader. On the rear, there is a rectangular quad camera unit. The phone bears a 6.92-inch Full HD Plus OLED screen with 90Hz refresh rate and a 240Hz touch sampling rate. Oppo X. This is a unique smartphone that comes with rollable concept. The smartphone comes with a big display that expands from 6.7 inches to 7.4 inches with an OLED capacitive touchscreen. The resolution is 1080 into 2400 pixels and the display is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 3. The smartphone is fueled with a non-removable LiPo 5000 mAh battery, plus fast charging 30 watts, full charge in 65 minutes, plus it supports reverse charging. Doji S90. Its revolutionary module design creates a mobile experience like never before. It all begins with 4 powerful specialty modules that expand the core functions of a smartphone. A 5000 mAh power module instantly turns the S90 into a 10,050 mAh battery. Walkie-talkie module. Talk to your friends without the need for network coverage, even in remote areas. Professional night vision camera. It helps to transform S90 into a professional night vision camera simply by attaching the cam module. Ergonomic designed gamepad. Add the professional gamepad module for an upgraded mobile gaming experience. The FX Tech Pro 1. It is the first device, and it features a sliding, QWERTY keyboard inspired by the Nokia E7 and N950. The keyboard can actually be used to navigate the entire device as well, with the arrow keys capable of simulating scrolling. It's free from bloatware and free for modification. The software has only lightly been modified to integrate with the keyboard. LG G Flex. LG breaks new ground with the G Flex, a handset with a curved form factor and a backplate that can magically mend itself if it gets scratched. This 6-inch phablet certainly stands out thanks to its innovative design. That's because the LG G Flex is curved. You won't be dropping this handset into your back pocket, even if the pocket is large enough. LG says a phone that follows the curve of your face inevitably leads to improved voice quality by placing the microphone close to your mouth, and also it makes movie watching and games playing more enjoyable. LG Velvet. The best thing about the LG Velvet is the fact that the second screen is an add-on. You can buy just the phone without the second screen and not pay for something you might not end up using. Alternatively, you have the option to invest in this screen if you really find the need for some extra screen. While the dual screen brings in more use cases, the lack of it in no way hampers the phone itself. With the cover and the second screen attached, you actually get 3 screens, including the small LED notification screen outside the flap. For a dual screen phone, the best thing has to be the screen. And LG does a wonderful job with the screen, in fact, both of them. The POLED screen is sharp, vibrant and stunning. It makes the Velvet a great Oppo N1. World's first smartphone with a rotating camera. On top is a 13MP camera, which can be rotated up to 206 degrees. There isn't any front-facing camera as the rear one can be used to capture good quality selfies. And Oppo N1 is now decked out as the first Google-certified Cyanogen mod phone. And also there are several smartphones like this. Asus Zenfone 6, a rear camera that flips up to become the selfie camera. And the Samsung Galaxy A80. The triple camera system on the back rises up via a motorized system and flips to the front so that you can use the same camera setup for selfies. Blackview Maximum 1. It is the first smartphone with an integrated projector. The projector is based on microelectromechanical systems technology, which uses laser point scanning technology for sharp and clear images. The projector's lamp is positioned at the top of the device, where you will usually find the eye blaster on a number of phones. The projector has automatic focusing technology and takes just a second to adjust clarity. They recommend using it in a dim environment for best quality. So, that's all guys. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any doubts, just ask in the comment section. If you want to learn some of the coolest things about your Android, just subscribe Muzz21 Tech channel and turn on the bell icon for getting my daily updates.